We want to come back to work we've been doing over the last 2 years with companies where we've used the concept of the supply chain triangle. And you see that the triangle has 3 corners. On the one hand, it has a service corner, it has a cost corner, and it has a cash corner. What service? We just mentioned a couple of service aspects. So for sure, a certain lead time reliability, and what's our on time in full, or the OTIF. But it's also like, what's the order flexibility? Do we have any MOQs, or can customers order at any time and in any type of quantity? Do we have consignment stocks? That's also a service aspect. How broad is our product portfolio? How broad is the assortment we are offering towards our customers? Do we allow customer-specific products? So all of these are service attributes. Cost, I think, speaks for itself. And then cash, in general, I believe that cash, inventory, or more in general working capital has become more important in companies. And we see a struggle in that supply chain triangle. Just to give a couple of examples, for instance, I see that procurement says we will start sourcing in the Far East. That's good for the cost. Well, I hope that if you source in the Far East, that indeed your cost will go down. But at the same time, it will create more inventory because you have a longer lead time and you might have more quality issues. I also see that sales says, okay, we want to increase market share by extending the product portfolio. Well, again, I hope that increasing the product portfolio is perceived by the customer as an improved service. And improved service will help to push the top line and to increase market share. But again, well, increasing the product portfolio will also require more inventory, so it will require more cash. I also see that companies launch initiatives to reduce inventories or to control inventories, and they start with high hopes, and then around the middle of the year they see that the initiatives are not really delivering what they expected. So what do they then do? They resort to the handbrake. And what is the handbrake when it comes to stock management? It's lowering the safety stocks. If you lower the safety stocks, your inventory will go down, for sure. But it will also negatively impact service. And if you negatively impact service, you will have all kinds of firefighting costs, so it will also negatively impact your costs. So all of this just to mention that we really believe that companies struggle with the balance in that supply chain triangle, and that supply chain management is about a kind of a holistic optimization